Hey everyone, welcome back to Humans Are Kind TV. I'm so glad you're here. This week, June 29th through July 5th, 2026, the world handed us 10 incredible true stories of compassion, rescue, and pure generosity. And here's the thing, every single one of these actually happened, and they all happened in just 7 days. So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's restore a little faith in humanity together. Before we dive in, let me set the stage for you. Everything you're about to see was verified and reported between June 29th and July 5th. Nothing recycled, nothing old. 10 stories across 4 themes: miraculous rescues, big-hearted giving, everyday strangers stepping up as heroes, and real hope for the future. If any of these move you the way they move me, do me a quick favor and hit that like button so more people get to see them. All right, let's get into it. Our very first story comes out of the United States on June 29th, and I just love this one. Officer Sean Reevy rented out an entire movie theater and paid for all the popcorn and drinks out of his own pocket so that more than 100 middle school kids could go to the movies for the very first time. Just picture being one of those kids. That's a memory they are going to carry for the rest of their lives. Story number 2 is a quiet one, but honestly, it might be the biggest of them all. On that same day, both India and China recorded their lowest ever child mortality rates. That means millions more children are surviving to see their next birthday. There were no cameras, no big headlines, just a genuinely world-changing milestone happening quietly in the background. On June 30th, we head to Venezuela. Days after the earthquakes there, a search and rescue team that traveled all the way from Virginia pulled a father, a son, a mother, and their baby out of collapsed buildings, alive. That's 2 separate moments of hope, at a point when a lot of people had already started to fear that no one else would be found. Also on the 30th, back here in the U.S., and this one gives me chills every time, a motorcyclist got to reunite with the complete strangers who, without a second of hesitation, lifted a 3,300-pound car right off his body after a crash. That is instant collective courage, and it saved his life. Now, to July 1st, the women of Tri Delta raised another $25 million for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which pushes their all-time total to an astonishing $125 million. And because of gifts like this, families never receive a bill for their child's treatment. Just let that sink in for a second. July 2nd now, and this one is all about connection. A German soccer fan came over to the U.S. for the 2026 World Cup, and an unexpected act of kindness moved him to tears. He flew home with a completely changed view of the people he met. It's proof that sometimes the smallest gesture can completely rewrite someone's whole story. We go back to Venezuela on that same day, and I still can hardly believe this one. A 3-year-old child was pulled out alive after 6 days trapped beneath the rubble. 6 days, and by then, rescuers had arrived in droves from all around the world to help that country recover. Never, ever give up hope. Here's one for all the animal lovers watching. On July 2nd, down in Virginia, some fishermen came across a 700-pound leatherback sea turtle tangled up in a crab trap, and instead of just moving on with their day, they carefully worked to free this endangered giant and got it safely back into the water. Good people doing the right thing when no one's watching. July 3rd, Las Vegas. There was an emergency berth inside a flood control tunnel, and firefighters rushed underground to answer a desperate call for help. And I'm so happy to tell you that today, that baby is alive and healthy, all thanks to how fast those firefighters moved. Everyday heroes in the truest sense. And our final story, from July 4th. For 8 long days, a 6-year-old dog named Buddy lay trapped beneath the rubble of his collapsed home, with almost no hope left. Wrapped, but against all odds, rescuers found him alive. I mean, what a way to close out this week, right? So there you have it, 10 stories, 1 single week, and countless reminders that humans really are kind. If this video gave you even a little bit of hope today, go ahead and subscribe to Humans Are Kind TV, because I bring you brand new stories just like these every single week. And drop me a comment. I'd love to know which story hit you the hardest. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of each other out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Production note, this slide is the YouTube video thumbnail. It is not part of the spoken narration.